Hello, I am so sorry that that earlier video was deleted and that this is a little late, but I really hope this will help you in solving problems like this. I'm going to make my thing disappear so that you can see the whole problem. This was on our checkpoint. Betsy is 5 3/4 feet tall. Her younger brother, Greg, is 1 1/5 foot shorter than Betsy. How tall is Greg? Which operation would you choose? Well, in this instance, if we added these two numbers together, we would get a number that is bigger than 6. So it'd be 6 plus some more. Does it make sense that Greg is 6 feet tall? It says that Betsy is 5 feet tall and her younger brother is shorter than her. So adding these two numbers together is not reasonable. So we're going to check subtract because it says that Greg is shorter than Betsy. Okay. So now we need to subtract these numbers. 5 3/4 minus 1 1/5. Can we subtract them the way they are? No, we cannot. At this point, you should automatically notice that my denominators are different and I cannot subtract. If only it were so simple as to subtract our numerators and denominators. But unfortunately, we need to do more steps than that. I would not have spent so much time on these fractions if it were that easy. So we know that multiples help me add and subtract fractions. So I'm going to list my multiples of my two denominators because that is going to help me find a common denominator. So my multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. My multiples of 5 are 5, 10, 15, 20. And I automatically see when they have in common. Now is when I do my dash times dash equals dash. I'm going to use the 20 I circled and make it my common denominator. Multiples help me find a common denominator. That's what I did, so I'm going to use it as my common denominator. I'm actually going to give myself a little more space because at some point I'm going to move over my whole numbers. Now I need to fill in the middle. 5 times what? 4 times what is 20? Well, I can go back to my multiples and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I multiply the denominator by 5, I have to multiply the numerator by 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Now let's fill in the middle here. 5 times what is 20? Well, we know that 5 times 4 is 20. That's what we did up here, and it doesn't matter what order the numbers are in. 1 times 4 equals 4. Let me add in my whole numbers. And remember, we're subtracting. So if now I can subtract because they have common denominators and my numerator on top is bigger than my numerator on bottom. 15 20ths minus 4 20ths is 11 20ths. And 5 minus 1 is 4. So my answer to the problem is 4 and 11 20ths. But let's answer the question. The question is, how tall is Greg? So let's write our answer in a sentence. Greg is 4 and 11 20ths foot tall. or that would be feet tall. I'm using feet because that's the measurement that we were using in the problem. So our answer is 4 11/20.